Be friendly.
The schools could be friendlier with the kids.
Yeah.
Not as strict.
No, don't be strict. It will be hard for them to study. Since the kids today, they're pretty lazy, I think.
Kids today are quite lazy.
Yeah.
And it probably has a lot to do with social media too.
They should change their way in study. Change the way
they run the classes.
Yeah.
How could they do that? What could they do to change the classes? How could they make the classes more interesting?
Make some games.
More game oriented.
Yeah, it will be more interested and funny.
How's Buck today?
I just got up.
You what?
I just got up.
How you just got up? Took a little nap, did you?
It's not little.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's good to have a little nap in the afternoons, for sure. No problem. So, how was our last class? Did you have a good time? Did you get a chance to watch the video? I posted it, I think, yesterday or day before yesterday.
No. I was waiting for my entrance exam result.
Yeah, how did you do on that?
I passed. Yeah.
Yeah, what was your average? 35, 36, 37? What was it?
30, like 36, but it's a good school, and they calculate the point differently from the school here in Kampa. Yeah.
Oh, it's
like I do the test in Halong, not in Kampa.
Oh, you did it in Halong,
Yeah.
and it's a bit different in the calculations.
Yeah.
Okay, so you planning are you planning to go to high school in Kampa or in Halong?
Halong.
Okay, so you're looking at going in Halong. Aha. All right. Well, that's it. We got our last test. Interest 40. Are you ready to start?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Part 1, social interaction. The first topic is teachers. Are parents the best teachers?
Yes, they are, definitely. Not like other teachers. They teach us about life, not about math and science. We can learn how to talk, what's good or bad from our parents, especially with the paternal and maternal love. They definitely the best teachers. Yeah.
Especially with who? What? The last one?
With the paternal and maternal love.
Oh, paternal and maternal love.
Paternal.
Right. Paternal and maternal love. Yeah, the connection, the bond you have with parents.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I kind of have to agree. At least they should be some of the best teachers for sure, because they're really the ones that are helping guide you to help you develop in who you are in the future. Where a lot of the other is more general. That's right. Okay. Question number 2. What is your answer? And then what are your reasons or examples? What makes a great teacher in your opinion?
In my opinion, a great teacher must have a wide knowledge on the field which he or she is teaching in order to impart this knowledge to the students more effectively. Also, they will need to have some good qualities like enthusiasm, patience, empathy, and most important is adaptability, since the students' characters not the same. There's some bad, some good students.
Yeah, every student is different. That is true. And it's hard to adapt. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of it is attitude, how they adapt and how they approach things. And plays a huge role. I would agree with that. All right. So number 3, do you believe this statement? There is no such thing as a bad student, only bad teachers or a bad teacher.
I think
Careful.
I quite. Okay, can I say both? There's some situation that bad student and some from a bad teacher.
So what's your answer?
Just kind of like there are some students, bad students, who just come to school and don't want to learn, and annoying teachers and other students.
Yeah,
they don't care no matter what the teacher does. On the other hand, teaching students without responsibility and wrong orientation from parents could lead the students waste time and make them cannot get any results in study.
Yeah, that's a difficult question to answer.
It's hard.
Yeah. Even for me, I mean, I've been teaching English now in Asia for 20 years and I've done a lot of teaching back home. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard because it really comes down to that first question, in my opinion. When you think of a student who comes to school that does not want to learn, always causes disruption in the class and distracts other students, and then you say it's the teacher's fault because the student is that way. And I guess that's where I would have to say every situation is different, because to me, that becomes more of a parent problem and the environment at home.
Yeah, right? I think so.
Because that we have had some students come in here at New Way that have quit, or we've even had to let go because they were just disruptive and it didn't seem to matter what we were doing. They just did. Their parents forced them to come and learn English, but they didn't want to learn it. They had no interest. And no matter how hard we tried to create that interest, it's hard, because a lot of us would say at the end of the day, you have to want it, right? You have to have an interest in order to learn. Otherwise, it's like pulling teeth at a dentist with a dentist. That's a really tough one to answer. So yeah, it's
sensitive.
Yeah, but certainly the teachers play huge roles, no question about it. But it certainly helps when the kids like the subject. All right, let's go to topic 2. Topic 2, social media. The first question is going to be, do you think social media hurts or damages communication amongst friends and family?
Well, maybe because talking on social media does hurt or damage our communication among friends and family, but it also changed the way we talk. Now, the distance barrier is not a big problem again. Now we can communicate with anyone from all over the world just through an app.
Yeah, I think the question is really designed like friends and family, meaning the people that you see on a regular basis, whether it can cause, because there's a big difference texting a message to someone as opposed to saying it to their face. It's very different, because you could interpret a text a lot different than a voice message, for sure.
My friend just holding phone and go play in the corner and come to my house. They don't even talk.
Yeah, it's had an effect for sure on a lot of things, but I guess social interaction, physical interaction is definitely something that has to be encouraged more often.
Yeah.
Is social media addictive?
Yes, for sure. Social media addiction might causes negative problems in life. Like for my friend, I have some friend who already had some mental health issues. Like, yeah, he got depression and anxiety.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of cases of depression and anxiety. Spending so much time on social medias. I read one report too that it actually damages if you spend too much time connected online and social medias, that it actually does physical damage to your brain. The wiring. Yeah, it's something you really got to balance for sure. And awareness, I guess, is what's really important. All right. Last question. What advice would you give a friend addicted to social media? What would you tell them to look out for, or what to watch out for, or what to do if they see these problems growing?
I will advise them to delete some of the apps or the social media that he doesn't need, and keep one just to keep contact with everyone, and spend less time spend less time using the phone or the computer or any.
Yeah, that's the logical initial advice you could give, right? Number one is get rid of a lot of the social media apps that you have. And the second one is simply start paying attention to how much time that you're on there. Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, that's good. Good. Let's move on. All right. Part 2, solution discussion. Your best friend's romantic other is being dishonest and you know the truth. What would you do in this situation? Explain your choice. 3 choices are suggested. 1, you would tell your friend what has been happening behind his or her back. 2, you would choose the "it's none of my business" and say nothing. Or 3, you would confront the dishonest person in question and warn them of their actions. So I'm going to give you a minute to prepare your answer. Are you ready? Starting now. All right, Mr. Bacon, what have you chosen? What would you do?
I think I would telling my friend what has been happening behind. Can I say his? Just a boy to talk more easily.
So you would tell him what's happening, what his partner is. Okay.
Yeah.
Choice 1. Okay.
I think it's the best choice because that will prevent him from being depressed or disappointed if he found out the truth himself. Besides, this action is necessary in order to help my friend to find the right person, not the cheating girl.
So it would help, yeah. All right. So why wouldn't you choose one of the other 2? Or why would you not choose the other options? What about saying nothing and minding your business?
I don't rather say nothing because as a best friend of him, I must be responsible by telling him about everything since I knew the truth. Yeah.
Honesty amongst friends. Okay, good.
Yeah. I won't confront the dishonest person also because she won't even care what I say. Or maybe she might break up with him instantly after I say that, which is not a good choice.
Well, maybe if she's going to break up with him because she's been caught, That might be good too. But then, yeah, your friend might hate you thinking you did something to make that happen. Yeah, it's tough. I think it would depend on who it is, first of all. But we said it, your friend. So you got to figure it's a close friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think probably telling your best friend is probably the smartest thing to do, because you're going to get in trouble if he finds out that you knew and you didn't tell him. Why didn't you tell me? Right? It kind of puts you on the spot too. So you kind of have to almost do it just to save yourself as well. All right. No, that was an easy one. Okay, let's move on. Part 3, topic development. Discuss the topic, if only I knew. If you knew what you know today, 5, 4, 3 years ago, what changes would you have made in your life? As guided in the outline below, the mind map that I'll show you, you can use the examples or ideas of education, social, health, or your own ideas. So I'm going to give you a minute again for you to develop this topic, and we will start. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You have 1 minute starting now. All right. Your time is up, mister. So, again, if you knew what you knew today, a few years ago, 5 years ago, what changes would you have made in your life? What changes would you have made in your life?
If I knew what I know today, 5 years ago, I will definitely fix a lot of things. Especially some big mistakes that I have made before. Learning will be much more easier with when you have already had a 5-year knowledge and experienced a lot of things. This is a great chance for you to improve your skills and your advantages. You will be able to adapt with many changes of aspects in life or any socially problems. Also, I can change my eating habit in order to keep fit and reduce the chance of getting sick and other diseases. I think I will spend less time on using computers and phone, because it's harmed my eyes a lot. Lastly, I think I will have to replace or change my way in a way that I live to make the experience in the next 5 years become differently.
So most of the things you would want to you would change if you had that chance would be health related, eating habits, things like that.
No, just to live for 5 years differently. Not the same with the 5 years that I have experienced.
That you would what have experienced?
Like live the 5 years that I already know differently.
Right. Well, right. If you knew what you knew today, 5 years ago. If you knew 5 years ago what you knew today, yeah. But you said a lot of it, yeah. Almost hard to say.
Kind of confused, yeah.
All right. So health would be, yeah, for sure. There's a lot. That's the one thing, of course. You could certainly fix a lot of mistakes or things that you did that you wish you didn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now you're a teenager. Do you feel any different being a teenager now as opposed to when you were 11 or 12 back in grade 6 or grade 7? What are the big differences?
I feel more confident, not scared of anything.
Growing into a young man now. Starting to get a little fuzz around here too, huh? Little by little.
Yeah.
So what do you think will be the best thing about going to high school? You're going to go to high school next year or this year, later this year. What do you think the best thing will be?
Just behave well.
No. What do you think will be the best thing about going to high school? Not about how you behave. The best part.
Seeing new friends.
Not the girls?
No, I don't care.
What about sports? Do they offer any sports at high school? Team sports, anything like that?
Basketball, badminton, a lot. Yeah. I think I would choose a badminton club.
Yeah, gonna do some badminton. Yeah, any activity you do is gonna help for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, high school is cool. It's another part of social development and another step closer to specializing in what you want to do in the future.
Yeah.
All right, one last question. So now that you finished junior high, the junior high is basically grade 7 to grade 9. What do you think could be changed or improved for the younger students that are going to do that behind you? What do you think they could do now? Because you just did your grade 7, 8s, and 9s, yeah? What do you think that they could do to make things better for the students?
I think they could just
party the next day?
Yeah.
Party? Okay. So what could they do? What could the school do?
Be friendly.
The schools could be friendlier with the kids?
Yeah.
Not as strict?
No, don't be strict. It will be hard for them to study. Since the kids today, they're pretty lazy, I think.
Kids today are quite lazy.
Yeah.
And it probably has a lot to do with social media too.
They should change their way in study. Change the way
they run the classes.
Yeah.
How could they do that? What could they do to change the classes? How could they make the classes more interesting?
Make some games.
More game oriented?
Yeah, it will be more interested and funny.
Personality helps. That's for sure. If you're always serious and angry and
depends on the teachers.
It does. Yeah, I'm really a big advocate for a campaigner for reformed education. I really think that many countries
need to change the education.
I think
it's heavy and hard.
A lot. Yeah, I agree. All right. That's it, buddy. I want to thank you for coming back and finishing off those classes because you missed some time at the beginning of COVID. So we were all very happy that you came back to finish off the interest classes. That was really great. And as I said, you've all done really well. So your certificates, I don't know if Miss Lay has sent them out yet, but I think she's waiting for the test results. But we know everybody's going to pass. You're already at that level. I already know all your levels. So it's really good, buddy. I wish you all the best. I hope you will talk to your parents about continuing the advanced studies that I'll start in a couple of weeks. I'm going to organize it next week, and then that way we can give you some information. And basically it'll be very similar. We'll have harder vocabulary, but we'll also do a little bit of reading and harder reading.
You'll have the vocab challenge.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, when I was just doing the advanced reading, it was all C1, C2, and it was really complicated with Gappy and Adam and a few other students. We spent half the time checking definitions of words because in order to understand what we were reading.
Because it's too hard.
Exactly, because you can't really understand what you're reading if you don't understand the vocabulary. And I had some difficulties too. So I think in the new advanced studies, I want to make it difficult and deep, but I don't think I don't think there's a choice. I think I'm going to have to do all the keywords that are in, whether it's a topic reading or whether it's going to be writing, or even if we do some grammar, whatever it is, I'm going to go through it first and make sure that we make a little game out of the vocab that's in there for sure.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier. And everybody seems to like that. So it adds to the class. And we all know that the deeper our vocabulary gets, the easier it's going to be to write and to speak in the future. So yeah, it'll be quite similar to the way we run the interest program, but it'll definitely be based on advanced reading and IELTS materials. All right. I saw Gappy and Jack are in the waiting room. I'm going to have to say goodbye, my friend. And we will see you again soon, I'm sure. Have a great summer, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Buck.